This is Dr. Joe Ventura, and today I'm going to give you a quick first look at our new SpineMaster microcurrent guns. Very proud of this device. It will allow you to use the Axion Micro 5 to scan down the spine looking for areas of low activity and allow you at the push of a button to send a very specific microcurrent frequency through that spinal segment. The inspiration for this gun was a book written by Dr. June Weeder on frequencies of the spine. And in this book, which we include with each of the spine guns, is a chart that she's developed over the years of the different frequencies associated with the different spinal segments. With the latest update of the Micro 5, you can tune the frequencies to exactly what the doc has in her book. To facilitate that, I had to create a whole new type of measuring and treating system, and that's what we call the spine gun. Now, it comes in two versions. The first version is designed to use one channel of the stimulation and also the location ability of the Micro 5. So you get this gun, you get a ground mass, because you'll see we can also use this as the new acupuncture probe, and cables to attach the gun to the Micro 5. And here's how that happens. We created a new multi-purpose cable that will plug into channel number 1 and plug into the probe channel. And on the other end, we have this handy coupling device that will lock into place so that you can't pull out when you're using it. And the other end attaches to the connector on the spine gun. And again, it's a very secure connection. It can't pull out, but it's easily removed when you need it to. Then we plug in the lead wires, because each of these tips is actually an electrode, just like you would normally use in our regular probes with the Micro 5, the wet Q-tip probes. But in addition, you can also use our new special conductive probes, our tips for the probes that simply slip over. And without the use of a Q-tip, you can put some gel, like an ultrasound gel, on the skin, and you'll provide excellent conductivity without the use of the Q-tips. You can also dip these in salt water and provide conductivity as well. So we have this gun plugged in. The cord is 6 feet long, and it will allow you to scan down the spine. And when you have areas of low conductivity, you will stop and press the button to treat that area. And we'll show live demonstrations of that later. The purpose of this video is just to give you a quick overview of the spine gun and the two versions that are available. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do with this was replace our regular acupuncture probes with this device. And it's really easy to do that. You simply take off one of the tips, conductive tips, and put on a non-conductive tip so that when this touches the skin, this doesn't register anything. And it will allow you then to use the ground mass to complete the circuit. So it makes it very easy. We'll turn on the probe here. I'm going to go ahead and just dip this in some saline solution. But you'll see the machine turned off because of inactivity. You'll see that I can scan with just this one tip, and even if this other tip touches the skin, it doesn't make any measurements. So I can now use this probe on any area of the body to measure any acupoint and then treat that point by simply pressing the button. And I'm now delivering a treating current that is whatever is set on channel number 1. And then it returns to scanning. So I believe in the future this will be our acupoint gun as well as the spine gun, so it will serve a dual purpose. I'm going to switch this back to the full spine gun. One of the things in the new update is the ability to change the frequency to 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. So for example, if I wanted to deliver the Earth's frequency, the grounding frequency, also known as the Schumann's resonance, I can set the frequency to 7.83. And when I press the button, that's exactly what will be delivered through these 2 tips. So we can use this to fine-tune the current that we want to send through any part of the body, but in particular with this new gun through the spine, and deliver that harmonic that that particular spinal segment will react to. So that's gun number 1. Then I've produced a second gun. You'll see it looks very similar to the original gun, but it has this on top, this enclosure. And this enclosure houses an ultra-high frequency vibration system. Goes up to 16,000 vibrations per minute. And ultra-high frequency vibration signals virtually pass like a hot knife through butter through the body. And it will loosen up the spinal joints before an adjustment, for example, and allow you to deliver an easier and a more complete adjustment. And it only takes about 10 seconds of that vibration through that segment to relax it and calm it down. So in addition to the microcurrent through a specific frequency of the spine, you can also send a vibratory, and everything's housed in this unit up here. And when we turn it on, you might be able to hear some of the vibrations, very high-pitched, high-tone, and when you touch it to the skin, you feel it, the skin. And this will go anywhere from 800 vibrations per minute all the way up to 16,000. And doing this along with the microcurrent stimulation gives you an absolute excellent chance of having a complete treatment for that patient. This is run by rechargeable batteries accessible by this port on the side here. And then we have a simple on-off and intensity control up here. This gun was designed, as well as the original spine gun here, they were designed to be repairable. If anything were to break, if the switch failed, or if this failed, they could be sent back in and we can replace those parts, as well as this operating box on top. It does come with an additional battery, The rechargeable battery will recharge up to 1,000 times before you have to replace it, and we've added some convenient access screws here that you can take off and get access to that battery should you need it. So that's a quick overview. What you get with whatever package you order is a gun, a ground mass, a set of tips, both conductive and non-conductive, and the necessary cables to attach everything. I hope you appreciate the importance that these can play in your practice, whether you're a DC or an acupuncturist or even just a massage therapist, what this can do to enhance your already inherent skills. I appreciate your time. We'll talk to you soon.